I'm here in Hudson, New Hampshire. I'm standing here with Adria. We're at Bagshaw. And Adria, I want to learn a little bit more about the company, but what is it that you do for the company here?
Well, I'm co-owner and I'm also the vice president, and I primarily oversee finance and human resources.
Being a co-owner then, what is it that had you step into running this company to be taking that co-ownership slot?
Well, we didn't own anything back in the day. I came on board when our son was born, and I came in on a part-time trial basis just to help out. I'd been working in contract manufacturing. My first job out of college at age 22 was being the supervisor for a captive machine shop. So I already had a background in CNC machining before Bagshaw was even doing it. So it all dovetailed together where I came in to support during a transitional period, both personally and for the business, and was able to help validate some of Aaron's assumptions around what CNC machining could do for the business. So that journey for us is just over 20 years ago.
That is really something. So what had you start in manufacturing so young?
So I wasn't looking in manufacturing. I never envisioned myself in manufacturing. I wanted to work in HR. And I primarily wanted to hire, fire, coach, and develop people. But the role I was looking at happened to be in high-tech manufacturing, and they only had one HR position. I was beat out of that position by someone more qualified based on our education, but they offered me production supervisor, and when I looked at what that person did, it was exactly what I wanted to do, and I loved it. There was a lot of interaction, analysis, a lot of accountability, and I just thrived in the machine shop environment.
I really love that. It's not so common, especially for women and like yourself, to get involved so early in your careers.
And the folks I was supervising at the time had never had a supervisor that was female, and they'd never had anyone that hadn't come up through the ranks. So I learned a lot. I learned how to ask a lot of questions. I had to get very humble, and I had to have a very thick skin.
And you've now been able to bring that all here as co-owner at Bagshaw as well.
Yes, so I started just doing administrative work, helping out with some accounting, setting up some elements of our ERP, took on more and more responsibility. My husband took on primarily the official leadership in 2007. I became vice president then, and we've been slowly gaining ownership. We became 100% owners in 2020.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
That is fantastic. Because how long's the company been in business so far?
Since 1870.
Okay.
But over 5 generations, the ownership really splintered and got very fragmented. So that's been something really important to us, to make sure we could control our own destiny and consolidate our ownership for the future.
So talking about the advancements, you're one of the ones that's made it easier to bring all the CNC, and you guys have a shop floor. You've got like 32 machines now. Yeah. It's absolutely stunning out there. You've done fantastic work.
Thank
you.
But
on the quality front, I understand there's been some recent changes. You've brought in one factory, and I wondered how did that even come to come in?
So we're always looking to innovate. We want to continue to grow and progress and stay cutting edge as much as we can. We find that anytime there's paperwork involved, there's room for error, there's room for people to miss things, and through our work with the PMPA, our trade association, we started to hear a lot about one factory, and through conversations with other members, we learned how effective it would be, and it solved a lot of problems since we brought it online.
So how long have you had one factory installed here?
It's been about 2 years, maybe longer.
Okay. So having, you brought it in from the PMPA. So are you an active member? How long have you guys been part of the PMPA?
We've been members for close to 20 years. We've always participated in local events. We did a lot with the listserv, definitely utilized their amazing staff, but it's only been the past 5 or 6 years that we've been hands-on involved. We've been attending every national event that they have. I've been on the board for going on 6 years, and I've just found the more we get involved, the more we get out of it. So time and again, we've been able to use the member shops to vet a vendor, a resource, a new technology we're looking at, and being able to talk to another shop is invaluable.